The only thing with these is, if you put in the wrong code, it takes forever for it to load up. There you go. Right, what am I doing for you today?
Two on the, sorry, one on the back and sides.
Yep.
Then a belt top lid.
Yep.
Yep.
How's work been?
Yeah, not too bad. Been there just over 3 months now.
Is it 3 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was end of February.
Wow. Do you know when I first started putting videos on YouTube was Coronation Saturday.
Oh, right.
So yeah. So now I've got something like 60, 65, 66 videos on.
Yeah. Got much traction from it? Or?
I have, I think, let me have a look on this one. I think it is 49. I think I've got 49 followers.
Yeah.
This is normally my recording phone, but I need to upload the videos. No, I've got 59 subscribers now. That's gone up. And 68 videos. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know, I thought I was on like 44 or something. And I think on TikTok I've just gone up to 24 videos.
Alright.
And no, 24 followers. I'll get it right in a minute.
Do you get any money from views?
I don't think I'll ever get money for the videos. One, I don't know how to go about doing it. Two, I think you need at least 1,000 followers.
Right.
Or subscribers, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised I've actually got 59. As you can tell, I was really surprised I had 59 followers. So did you do anything over the weekend?
Got a new car.
You got a new car?
Yeah.
What have you got?
So I've gone to a Focus now.
A what?
Focus.
A Focus?
Yeah.
Okay. You haven't heard what happened to me on Saturday, have you?
No.
Oh, I am super embarrassed. I'm super embarrassed. I had this idiot. I actually called him a dirty toe rag on Saturday. It looked really harsh for me. But he followed me from Smith Motors. You know where Smith Motors is in Breton?
Yeah.
I was coming down there. He speeded off and then came back. And as he came back, when I was coming up to him, he'd slam his brakes on.
Right.
And then he'd done that twice. And then going down to Rhubarb Bridge, he'd done it again. So I thought, I'm just going to stay back from him. And then he indicated to go into Morrison's.
Yeah.
I thought, oh well, okay, I can go. I skipped past him, he's just an idiot. And then right at the last minute, he swerved to come back in. And I swerved to miss him, and I hit an ambulance.
So it goes down as your fault, isn't it? Not theirs.
Well, do you know, I rang my insurance company and I said, look, I have to tell you everything that's happened. And they said, it's not your fault. But if the ambulance service claim off of you, it will be your fault.
Yeah.
But because it's not your fault, you won't lose your no claims bonus.
Alright.
It just, you might have to pay a little bit more for it next year.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you claiming to repair your car? And it was like, no, it's just paint transfer. It is literally just paint transfer.
Was it the same on the ambulance? Just...
Yeah, they just got a black streak across it, and I've got yellow and green on my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my car's built like a tank. Yeah, because you don't know about my new car either, do you?
No, I can't.
No.
I can't think what you were driving, that's right.
I was driving Mum's cash car.
Right.
And Mum's given it back in July, August. because it's a Motability car.
Right.
Michael sold his car, which was an Insignia,
Yeah.
and he brought me a Honda CRV.
Oh, right.
And so yeah, she steers like a tank.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah,
Massive.
but I can get my mobility scooter in the back. I don't have to fold it down. The only thing that I'm struggling with is getting in and out. So in the Qashqai it's got a hoist.
Yeah.
And in my car I haven't got a hoist, so I'm having to like take it apart and try and put it in and take it out with no one else there. Or I need to try and find a ramp that I can actually push it up at. But Michael doesn't think I'll be able to manage that either. So we're working on it slowly. But yeah, she feels like a tank compared to the Qashqai. But yeah, she's really solid. I think if it had happened in the Qashqai, the whole side would have been caved in.
Yeah. But what sort of speed are you doing? I suppose down there, not.
I would, because he was an absolute idiot, I was doing no more than 20, 15 to 20 miles an hour. The ambulance, on the other hand, and I'm not dissing the ambulance drivers and all that, they were on a shout, they had their blue lights going but no tone.
Right.
So I would say that they might have been doing 35, 40, if that.
Yeah. I think even if they've got like lights on it, they don't go much above speed.
No. I mean, it's only 40, but I mean, they said that they saw it happening, they saw that he was an idiot, but they didn't expect me to swerve. And I went, but if I was trying to stop an accident happening and I caused one.
That's the annoying thing, because if you stayed how you were and made it to you, it's his fault.
Yeah.
But because you've tried to avoid that, gone and hit someone else, now your fault.
Yeah.
So.
But the thing is, because it would have been me hitting him from behind, it would have been classed as my fault. Even though he was doing it on purpose. And I was embarrassed that I hit an ambulance. I was there and I was sitting there crying. They brought another ambulance team out to check me over. I was like, I'm fine, I'm just really, really embarrassed. I've been driving 31 years and I've never had a my fault accident. I've always been hit. I've never actually caused an accident. And yeah, it's harsh.
Christian Johnson, BBC News. Now the mother of a mental health patient who fatally stabbed a man days after
Do you normally open on Mondays? You normally open late on Mondays?
Yeah.
So for some reason I always used to come in on a Wednesday.
We're open till 8 on a Monday and Wednesday. We have been since 2020.
For some reason I just always picked a Wednesday then.
I have no idea. That's why I was surprised when I saw your name. It's like you don't come in on a Monday.
Nah. No, I left it a bit too long really. It's gone a bit long, so I was like,
Yeah.
as soon as I can get one, I'll just drop in.
I originally done it because we had so much time off in 2020. When we came back, so we closed down in March 2020, and we finally came back on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Well, I had an apprentice. And he was coming to the end of his apprenticeship, but he had so many assessments to do.
Yeah, I think I remember him.
So I said, look, I'll stay behind and you get everyone in to do your assessments, and I can get your assessor in, because I could only assess a certain amount. Then his assessor had to watch him as well, because I couldn't sign him off for everything. And yeah, his assessor was saying, yeah, he's passed, and it's like, that's not quite up to standards. And it's like, what do you think? It's like, no, it's not up to standards. He's like, oh, if he was in college, that would be a pass. And I went, and you're setting him up to fail. So you go into a workplace and do that haircut and think it's okay, and it isn't.
Due to diminished responsibility and is indefinitely detained and a secure psychiatric
So yeah, he
An internal report by Howell
then he got the
was
extensions
not publicly
because we
shared,
were closed.
including with the victim's
Yeah.
family.
Then we closed again in November, then we closed again in December, then we didn't open again until
Ready to leave hospital.
April, by which time I think he left.
David Fleet's
No, he left back December. But in total we were closed 9 months. And it works better for people who work 9 to 5. They don't have to all wait until Saturday to get their hair done.
So that's why I always did it.
Yeah.
Working home Monday and Friday, I might be able to do it at lunchtime, but it's just nice if you know, right, okay, I'm finished, I can take
Yeah.
time.
That means your Saturdays are free as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the old days, like free appointments, where you could be like waiting here like an hour, 2 hours for your hair trim? And I remember when you were shorter than me.
That was a long time.
That was an awful long time ago. Oh, how old was she then? Like 9? 8 or 9?
What year did you open here?
2009.
I'd have been 8 when you opened that. But
You started
I don't
coming
think it came
quite-
in straight away.
I think you started coming, we opened in the March, and I think you started coming in the September.
Yeah. For some reason, we used to go all the way to 4.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
And I think, if I remember rightly, that something had happened and you couldn't get to Bourne.
Yeah.
So you tried this out and you have never left.
No. There's no point when you live so close and
Yeah.
never had a bad haircut
No?
in what?
14 years?
Just when you start, have you matched exactly the calories?
I think you was taller than me by the time you was 12, weren't you?
Probably.
How tall are you now?
6'6".
6'6".
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm only 5'2" when I wear my heels.
There's one ingredient they keep seeing again and again on food packets.
I'm 5'1 3/4.
In which case, I'm starting to wonder if you were ever taller.
You was, huh?
I'm starting to wonder if you were ever taller than me.
I was. For a millisecond, I was
About
taller.
a year.
About a year, yeah.
Some are naturally occurring, others are chemically produced.
You're nearly as tall as me sitting down.
Yeah, it means it's nice and easy. I have to pump it to sleep.
Yeah.
Bigger studies into food additives.
Everyone like who are tall moans at me that my chair is the lowest, and it was like,
Yet to be
well, if you
verified
sat in
by
Lily's chair, I wouldn't even be able to see over your head. Stefan's is a little bit higher than mine, but Lily's 6'1". Stefan's 6'1", and I'm 5'1 3/4.
Wales and Northern Ireland.
So we're all on the door.
By the Food Standards Agency,
So look,
the FSA. It says it's about to launch.
so I'm there,
Mine too.
Some emulsifiers.
and there's Michael, Stefan, and Lily together.
The Food and Drink Federation said.
And then you got me. It's probably taller than Dole frame.
Yes, you were taller than the door frame.
And adhere to the strict regulations. The results of the twins test are now in.
Amy, you were on the ultra-processed food diet. Your results were really quite different to yours. They were far worse. Your blood fat levels went up. Your lipids
Did you get much money when you were closed for COVID?
increased.
I didn't get any help.
Did you not?
No. I got money for the furlough, my
Yeah.
staff. I had to take a bounce back loan out, and the government said that we didn't have to pay anything back for the first year,
Start will be fully reversible.
but all they'd done like they said that they was going to pay all the interest, and literally they didn't pay anything. They just held it over for a year, so we still got that to pay back. So where we would have had it for 3 years now, we've had it for 3 years but only paid for 2 so far. So we was advised to take all these loans out to make sure that we survive COVID. We've got other companies who were taking money off of the government left, right and centre. I could get anything.
Could you not take the furlough for yourself?
No, I asked and they said no. So the furlough worked out to being 80% of your wages
Yeah.
a week, and it's paid weekly. I was given self-employment assistance, and I had to wait every 4 months, and I'd get £2.5 grand. So at the time before COVID, I was taking maybe £2 grand a month wages, and I was paid, so it didn't help. It didn't help at all. There's other people who were claiming everything, or they'd set up their business and done it to company's house right at the time of that, and said that their family worked for them, claimed all the furlough, and they didn't do anything. They just sat there, wrote it all out, and I was trying to keep afloat. But we're the other side now, so we just got to try and get past the living crisis now.
So at least all the masks are gone and you wearing...
Oh god, yeah.
Didn't you used to have to wear like a weird sort of poncho, you think?
Yes, we had to, because we're personal care, like I still wear an apron, but before, when we first come back, we had to have like an all-in-one, like a doctor's gown, what you wore when they were in surgery. So we had to wear one of them, a mask, gloves, shield, and we had to do that for every single client. And we had to change, if we didn't have a fabric mask, we had the paper mask. We had to change the paper mask in between each client. We had to change the gloves through in between each client. We was going through a box of gloves a day, and the box of gloves at one point before COVID they were costing $3.99 for a box of 100 gloves. That's including VAT. They went up to £35 a box of gloves plus VAT. And when we were trying to get that, I had some very, very helpful clients, and they were passing me on some gloves and masks. But now we only have to wear gloves if we're colouring. But we've gone back to normal now. But it took us ages. We only started going back to normal beginning of this year. So we were still wearing masks. We were still wearing gloves.
I remember coming in and not having a mask because it was you just didn't wear it anywhere else.
No, but we still had to wear them because we're personal care and we're with the client for more than 10 minutes. We were under the same regulations as what the hospital and doctors are. So when they stopped wearing masks and gloves, we could. If they go back to wearing masks and gloves, we have to because we're personal care. So I followed the rules properly. I'm not saying if anyone else did or didn't.
I'm sure there's plenty that did.
There probably is, but I've got COPD as well, so I need to be extra careful. I know that there's at least, I think the Salon Logistics posted that there's Salon Logistics on Facebook. I think it's Salon Logistics. 40 hairdressers closed last week. Yeah.
That's it from us at Verified Guide. Hopefully that's it. Same time.
I think there was in one town, I think like 5 or 6 hairdressers and barbers closed down.
Hello, we'll start by casting our eyes a little bit further into the week because some of you may actually see some rain this weekend.
Right, how's that, Andrew?
And it all links into what's been happening.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you want anything on it? Any wax or gel?
No, that's fine.
No?
To Madeira, but to a lesser extent, Canary Islands.
Yeah.
There's that area of low pressure pushing its way north for the next few days.